After PM Modi and Canadian PM Mark Carney met the G7 summit to improve relations, Canada's top spy agency, CSIS, confirmed that 6 separatists are using Canada to raise funds and plan violence, mainly against India. The report calls it extremism and also warned about interference from Pakistan. In May 2004, 4 people were arrested in Canada for the 2023 killing of Khalistan supporter Hardeep Singh Nijjar. A special flight with 110 Indian students from war-affected Iran landed safely in Delhi, marking their families very happy. Out of them, 90 students were Jammu and Kashmir. Earlier, they were taken to Armenia as a part of Indian government evacuation plan. Families expressed deep gratitude to the government and praised the Indian embassy for their timely action. US President Donald Trump had a private lunch with Pakistani Army Chief General Asim Munir at the White House. Media reports says Munir offered Trump support for a Nobel Peace Prize, claiming Pakistan nominated him for stopping an India-Pakistan war. However, India rejected the claim, saying it never accepted any mediation. PM Modi made it clear that the ceasefire happened only at the Pakistan's request, not due to Trump. The real reason behind the recent lunch meeting is now clear. The US reportedly asked Pakistan Army Chief Munir for permission to use Pakistan airspace to strike Iran. Iran has already exposed this plot. US President Donald Trump said Munir agreed to the plan. This has exposed Pakistan, which calls Iran its Islamic brother, but is now ready to support US anti-Iran operations. After a call with Prime Minister Modi, President Donald Trump did not take credit for stopping the India-Pakistan conflict, unlike earlier. India firmly stated that peace was ensured by its own strength, not US involvement. PM Modi reminded Trump that India never accepted third-party interference. He also made it clear that India's anti-terrorism mission, Operation Sindoor, is continuing powerfully, and that India will act strongly to protect its national security and interest. An Iranian missile hit Soroka Medical Center in Israel's Beersheba, causing serious damage. Video showed heavy destruction in many parts of the hospital. A hospital officially confirmed the strike and said teams are checking the damage and injuries. Emergency workers are at the scene. People are asked to stay away from the area of safety. US President Donald Trump agrees with the plans to strike Iran but has not given the final order. He wants to wait and see if Iran stops its nuclear program. The US may target Iran's underground Fordo facility. Trump rejected a ceasefire and seeks full victory. More US forces and warships are moving to the region. Recent attack kills over 450 in Iran and 24 in Israel. The foreign ministers of Germany, France and Britain will meet Iran's foreign minister in Geneva on Friday for nuclear talks. They will first meet European Union diplomat Kaja Kallas. The talks follows Israel-Iran clash and aim to keep Iran's nuclear program peaceful. The US supported the efforts. German Minister Waitfall asked Iran to choose peace and return to talks. As the Israel-Iran wars enter its second week, Iran's supreme leader's exiled nephew, Mahmoud Murad Khani, says the Islamic Republic must end for peace. He blames the government's refuse to exchange. Exiled Prince Reza Pahlavi claims the Khamenei is hiding and the regime is falling. Meanwhile, Iran and Israel continue missile attacks. Many people in Tehran are leaving the city. Khamenei has rejected US President Donald Trump's surrender demand. At the G7 summit, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni warmly praised Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, saying, "You are the best." This friendly movement drew global attention. PM Modi thanked her and spoke about India's increasing global role. He was invited to the summit as a special guest. The event focused on major world issues like climate change and global security, showing strong ties between India and Italy. Air India has cut 15% of its international flights until mid-July due to safety checks and global tensions. Especially in the Middle East, some aircrafts are under inspection after safety concern. The airline is contacting affecting passengers for rescheduling or refunds. This step is taken to ensure passengers' safety and smooth operations. Services will slowly return to normal once all safety checks are completed. An Indigo flight from Delhi to Leh returned mid-air on June 19 due to technical issues. This aircraft safely landed back in Delhi shortly after takeoff. Passengers were informed and moved to another flight. Indigo says safety was never at risk and engineers are now checking the plane. Voting is happening for the by-elections in 5 assembly seats in Punjab, West Bengal, Gujarat and Kerala. These elections are crucial for NDA and India Alliance. Kaliganj in West Bengal saw the highest turnout of 30.34%. In Punjab, Aam Aadmi Party wants to keep Ludhiana West. TMC Alifa Ahmed is contesting in West Bengal. Gujarat and Kerala are seeing tough contests. Result will be declared on June 23. Congress leader Sonia Gandhi is stable condition after being admitted in Gangaram Hospital in Delhi for a routine checkup. Doctors say he is recovering well and may be discharged by June 20. While no detailed health report has been shared, officials confirm there is no serious issues. Party leaders and supporters have wished for her quick recovery. Microsoft is likely to cut more jobs as the 2025 financial year ends on June 30. Thousands, especially in sales, may be affected. In May, it had already cut 6,000 jobs. The company is focusing on artificial intelligence. Experts believe Microsoft wants smaller teams supported by AI, following a wider tech trends of using automation to reduce roles in sales, support, and admin work. The plan is not yet officially confirmed.